Hi Leo, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your August 2025 messages, and this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, so we're going to start out with our Kipper messages. I already pre-shuffled. Here we go. For our Kipper messages, we have mature woman, poverty, and bad health. I will say the minute that I started shuffling, I felt like the energy got really heavy. So it's showing in a lot of what's coming out here, but hopefully we can give you some messages to get you through whatever this is. Mature woman, I'm seeing that as there's two things happening here, two scenarios. One, you have learned from the situation that essentially brought you down, beat you up, so to speak, and just has you in a state of sadness. It wasn't a healthy connection. And with the other message I'm getting, the person was older. And it wasn't a healthy situation. So, are we talking about love? Maybe. Are we talking about an employer? Probably. So just take what I'm saying and apply it to what's going on with your life right now, because these are general messages. And so someone screwed you over in some kind of way, manipulated the situation, and just like left you to be, left you out in the cold, just neglected you maybe, and left you to just heal yourself. And so you're trying to figure out, you're basically, you're on the mend. That's wrong with that. Spirit wants you to know that you are blessed. By the way, Leo, happy birthday. And blessed, you are blessed. This is coming up because, so this is card 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 talks about foundation and like an initial burst of energy that starts to bring you stability. So even though you might be feeling like someone like deserted you in some kind of way, or someone like just left you to kind of fend for yourself and be on your own, it was almost like that was a blessing in disguise. And so now you're being told that this is because of this situation, there's only good after this. Things don't get worse going forward. So really just try to remember, like, count your blessings, not your downfalls. These situations happen because they, you know, Spirit and God, they want us to grow and get through them to be better versions of ourselves. Okay. You got Starseed in reverse, which talks about you being in between worlds right now. Things are a little uncomfortable. Things are a little bit unknown and foreign. You feel a little weird. You're trying to navigate through the darkness, it seems. And you're just not quite sure like how to do that. But your tarot messages say, don't let the situation leave a bad taste in your mouth. Try not to keep your heart guarded. 9 of Wands in reverse. Stay as open as you possibly can and just kind of like coast and live life, like boundaries, healthy boundaries. But we don't want to block in the mode of, sorry, I'm glitching during Mercury retrograde. during the time of putting up boundaries, you don't want to guard your heart, because that is going to block the blessings that are trying to come in. The death card here tells us it happened. It was a big freaking deal. Like, it was huge. It was a huge deal. It was like life-changing. I'm getting life-changing. But you see how these people are aiding to the rescue? Like, these mer people are helping this man in the boat. They're like working together, and not all is done. I mean, it is the death card, but if you can see, like, this seal, it's not dead, it's alive, and it's like, hold on, we're gonna get you on the boat next. So it's a little bit in bad shape, in bad health, but they're going to get them to that boat because there's plenty of room here to bring you into healing waters. For some of you, I'm getting, you need to light a blue candle. Light a blue candle and say a prayer over that candle. Now, if you're a witch, you know what I mean. But if you're not, maybe get one of those 7-day candles. Before you light it, hold the candle and say a prayer over it. Light it for 7-day candles, sorry, are the big ones that are like encased in that glass. They're about this tall, about that wide. I think I have one here. Just one of these, but blue, right? So get yourself a blue candle. It could be a small one, it could be a tea candle, whatever it is. Just get a blue one and just say a prayer over it and light that candle for the next couple of days or a couple hours, whatever that looks like. Obviously, don't leave it unattended. But you want to say a prayer over that, and you want the prayer to be focused on healing. Healing you, healing your situation, healing yourself, and really asking for guidance in that way. Because part of me is getting that it's just difficult for you to talk about with somebody. If you need to, then, and you get to that point, by all means, obviously, please do. But in your time and when you're ready, okay? You also have judgment in reverse here. So you misjudged the situation. You did not read the room properly. That's okay. There may have been signs and you didn't see them. Sometimes those red flags, we see in black and white, and so we don't know what color it is, or we pretend we don't. So, and that's okay. But like I said, this is a huge deal. For some of you, I feel like you know what you need to do, but you're afraid to make that decision in your own time. Okay, in your own time. But just know that this is going to, you can heal from this. Even though it's so easy for me to say, it may not be so easy for you to do, but you can move on and you can get past this. For some of you, it was your ever after. For some of you, this is the thing that made you really happy. And for like, you thought that that was the end all be all. Again, doesn't have to be a lover, but just in general. It could even be like a job or just any kind of connection. You thought this was like forever. And it turns out that it's not. But you have so much to offer and so much to give and so much drive and passion that careful with your ego getting in the way, but you really do have what it takes to get past this. I don't know how else to say it at this moment. You may be a little down on resources. You may be a little, there may be some setbacks, but that doesn't mean that this is not for you. Okay. Also, let's talk about this for just a moment, because it is your birthday month, and hopefully you're watching this before your birthday so you know what to do. It's essentially that thing behind, making a wish and blowing out the candles on your birthday. But that manifesting power that you have when you make a wish lingers like before your birthday too. So really start to build up the momentum until your birthday and even a week after to guide you into and give you what it is that you want, because you will be blessed and receive it. Okay, I'll leave that there. Your final oracle messages here are ask your angels. So again, prayer. Ask your angels, ask, you know, whatever that higher power is that you believe in for guidance. The fact that we're getting ask your angels, it really shows like how much this situation is taking its toll on you a bit. But within the next few months, things will get better and things will change. Okay. Your last message here is the mushroom oracle, and it says absorb. Take it all in before you make a move. Act, don't react. Experience the flow. Kind of said it better myself. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time.